Do a couple joint movements and you'll be the strongest woman alive. See that? Anyway, but just... Huh?
I want some for the, for other parts of the body.
Well, here's the cool thing. We've been talking about how your body is always connected, right? I've been trained by a neuromuscular company called Z Health. In Z Health, we say all the body, all the time. So if any of your joints are jammed up, like, you know what, an easy reference would be, let's say you just banged your knee. If you just banged your knee, then you can't really use your quad muscle, right? You can't use this muscle very well in the front of your leg. It's a little weaker because this part just got injured. Well, if you have any injury in your body has to bring down its total force production or strength to keep that part of your body safe. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Because it doesn't want you to get injured more. So it doesn't just affect the quad muscle, it actually affects your whole body. So that's why it's important to do isolations, to bring awareness to your body, and that way you can keep your muscles nice and strong and then tone them with weights. Cool?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Makes sense? All right. Awesome. All right, so we're gonna move on to our second secret now. Who in here, and be honest, has ever waken up early on a Monday morning and thought, oh shoot, I have got to lose 5 pounds by Friday. I'll just have a right? I've done it too. Hey, by the way, I've done all this stuff, okay? I'll just have a coffee for breakfast and a salad for lunch and dinner. And you do it. You skip breakfast and you have a light salad for lunch, and by 3 p.m. you want to eat your arm off because you are starving. How long do you think you can keep this up before you devour a bag of chips or cookies in the break room? Or a pint of ice cream standing over the sink in your kitchen? Yeah, I've done it too. Well, let me blow your mind with secret number 2. The less you eat, the more you crave. This means that you cannot get a slender body by skipping meals. So I call the cravers sweet tooth Sallies. Sally skips meals and she waits till she is absolutely starving to eat. And then she overeats because she can barely control herself. But here is the catch. Her body cannot process all that food at once. So it hangs around as fat. And Sally feels guilty and horrible about overeating, but she just can't help it. So the less you eat, the more you crave. I call it stress cravings. When you wait too long to eat, your body goes on code red and your cortisol raises because your body hates being hungry.
Cortisol is the stress hormone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So when your stress hormones raise, you look for anything to calm the stress. Cookies, protein bars, brownies. I mean, literally anything. I call it the hangry zone. Anybody been hangry before? You know what hangry, a combination of hungry? Yeah, okay. Hungry and angry, you don't want to be there. You probably recognize it in your husbands for those of you that are married, right? It's not pretty. But yeah, so you look for anything that can calm the stress, and sugar is one of the fastest things to shut down cortisol. So that's why you crave all those carby and sweet foods, right? And I even do it too. I mean, if I get too hungry, you can forget about it. Give me the pizza, because I am not eating a salad at that point, right? Game over. Take my client Nikki. Before she worked with me, she used to skip breakfast almost every day because she was so busy getting her daughter ready for school. But I have to tell you that this made Nikki an Olympic 3 p.m. Starbucks cake pop snacker. Yeah, those cake pops from Starbucks.
That's an expensive, craving there.
It is. I know, it's like $4 a pop or something like that. Anyway, yeah, she used to devour at least 3 Starbucks cake pops in less than 5 minutes. I'm not kidding you. This really happened. Right? Because she was starving. And we knew that there was no way she would be able to develop the toned and energized body if she didn't get a handle on those cravings. So we gave her a breakfast that would taste good and kick off her metabolism. And if ever she was hungry later in the day, she had my Super Snacks cheat sheet that taught her exactly how to combine snacks on the go and keep her free of cravings all day long. And by the way, I'm so nice, I'm going to give you the opportunity to get that list before the end of this talk is over.
Yay!
So she was free of cravings all day long. She lasted She lost the last 9 pounds, so she felt comfortable getting into her swimsuit for her daughter's swim class every week, which was really cool. And the awesome thing about eating every few hours, eating frequently, and eating in combinations that amp up your metabolism is that you develop energy like you never knew you had. My client Amy, before we worked together, she could barely keep her eyes open after lunch. Everything that she chose to eat would make her blood sugar crash. So once we found out what foods were making her energy go down, we gave her 3 simple combinations that she could take from home that made her even more energized after lunch. And the really cool thing was that she felt even lighter after eating. Her stomach wasn't bloated anymore, and she fit back into her favorite work pants, which was really fun. So the key is that by eating breakfast and the right types of snacks are the secret weapon to weight loss. This builds your body a buffer against cravings so that you never lose control later in the day. And when I show my clients what these foods are and how easy it really is, they're thrilled. They're never hungry or binging or guilty, right? Their metabolism increases, their energy increases, they have an easier time getting the clothes on that they love, and they feel lighter after they eat. So, everybody go like this. This is how much healthy fat you want in your meal, about a thumb size of fat. Everybody go like this. Pow. This is how much protein you want, okay? Palm size of protein. Everybody go like this. Pow. Fist size of carbs, all right? This is the magical combination. Everybody do it again. What's this? Fat. What's this?
Protein.
What's this?
Carbs.
Again.
Fat. Protein. Carbs.
Yes! Did you feel that energy?
Yeah. This part of the palm, right?
You got it.
Not the fingers. Just
Not the fingers, just this guy right here.
Protein.
Protein.
Right here, baby, right here. All right?
Thumb is it just the top section or the whole?
It's about the whole thing.
Okay.
And hands are generally proportional to your body. So when you're out and about, it's an easy way to measure. And by the way, it's not the end all be all. There are more specific measurements because no 2 people, get fit and lose weight and feel energized the same way, but this is a great place to start. Cool? All right. Oops, that's my huge tip slide. All right, okay. Now let's move on to the secret that you've all been waiting for. Dun, dun, dun. This is the secret that drives almost every woman I work with crazy. Your belly. You diet. You work your abs till exhaustion. You eat salads and grilled chicken. And you still have a belly. What the heck, right? So I want to teach you exactly where that belly comes from and how to make it disappear. First of all, your belly comes from stress. And your crazy busy schedule is keeping you bloated.
Take that
True
in.
story. Belly comes from stress. Crazy busy schedule is keeping you bloated. Okay? I call these clients busy Betties, and they are doers. Yeah, Stacy was a Betty. They're total type A's, working their booties off to do everything and to please everyone. By the way, even if you don't think you're a Betty, you probably have a little Betty in you, okay? But the thing about Betty is she's so stressed all the time that she could literally eat a perfect diet, exercise every day, and physically she will not drop weight, okay? Believe it or not, stress keeps you fat, hands down. And this happens for 2 reasons. Number 1, and we've been learning about this, when you're stressed, your body can't tell the difference between you're being chased by a bear and might die, or you are just having a crazy day at the office or with the kids, right? When you're stressed, emotional stress makes your digestion decrease its efficiency by up to 50%. 50%.
When you're in the stress response, all of your energy goes to your extremities and leaves your core, leaves your center. So there's no energy there to metabolize your food.
Exactly. So when stress hormones are activated and you have trouble breaking down even healthful foods, right? This is why you can eat salads and grilled chicken all day long and your belly still will not go away. My client Kimberly, she had adrenal fatigue. She was overly stressed all day. She was a busy working professional. She felt bloated after almost every meal, and that's because of what we just talked about, how your digestion decreases its efficiency. We got her meals on point and that helped, but the real magic happened once she learned how to manage her stress. Okay, she lost 5 pounds in 2 weeks. I mean, it was crazy. The scale was like literally up one day and down the next week because she learned how to get a handle on her stress.
Can I ask you a question about you were saying with the digestive efficiency, is that also being able to absorb nutrients from the food?
Totally.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. I had that in here, but I was like, maybe I'm talking too. No. I was like, maybe I'm talking too much. That's a really good question. Yeah.
We had to get a 90-minute presentation
Sure.
down to under an hour. So.
How am I doing? Reason number 2, when stress hormones activate, it causes you to mindlessly eat, right? As in you could go through a whole bag of chips and really not even realize it. And then all of a sudden your jeans don't fit, right? You feel like you're squeezing into everything you own. You're thinking, oh my God, can people see this? I have a muffin top, right? How did this happen? Take my client Lisa. She figured out she was mindlessly eating a bag of chips every afternoon at 3 p.m. But this was exactly when her boss would email her asking her to do 10 more tasks before she left the office. So her stress reaction was to grab the bag of chips and chow down. But before she knew it, the bag was gone and she was feeling super guilty. So once we identified her stress eating trigger and created awareness about why she was going for the chips, we were able to come up with a healthier snack. Her favorite was yogurt and a banana. She could have the pleasure of a comforting food without all the extra calories. And we changed nothing else except that snack. She stopped the chips. She lost 5 pounds in a month just from stopping the chips alone. Just crazy. So, when you mindlessly eat, your stomach can't connect with your brain and let your brain know that you're full, right? I sort of equate it to reading a whole page on a book and having no idea what you just read, right? Because your mind was somewhere else. It's exactly what happens. My client Deborah, similar story. She would run around all day making dozens of sales calls, and then she would show up to networking events completely hangry, totally starving. She would focus on the speaker or the conversation she was having, and she would be mindlessly downing a piece of chocolate cake, right? And she knew that she needed to stop this because her goal was to get fit for her upcoming Hawaiian vacation. So once we showed her how to squeeze in meals to her busy days, Deborah began to eat mindfully, which just means that she slowed down enough to realize she was actually eating. Deborah could easily at that point take a few bites of cake and put the rest down because she had so much more control over the situation. She ended up losing the last 13 pounds and feeling fabulous on her trip with her husband in Hawaii, which was wonderful. So the key here is that stress is giving you a belly, right? And you can get rid of that belly not by extreme dieting, not by over-exercising, but by majorly decreasing your stress. I don't think you all think that's impossible, but I used to think that was impossible, and so did half of my clients. But we found ways, like deep breathing, to decrease stress for each and every one of them. And little by little, that stress belly goes away, which is really cool. So, now you know 3 of the main reasons why your body is fighting you. All right, first of all, we had skipping exercise and experiencing brain fog, right? Brain fog and low energy. We have not eating enough, skipping meals, and experiencing cravings. And we have how stress is giving you a belly. But I know that at this point, some of you have tried everything, right? I know you have. Who's tried the low carb diet? Right? I used to be on the low carb diet. The low-fat diet. Who grew up in the low-fat age? Oh boy. Weight Watchers. We have any Slim Fasters in the house? Yeah, I used to be on that too. Master Cleanse, right? Sweating it out for years on a treadmill, and maybe it hasn't worked. Or maybe at this point, you've just lost that workout fire or motivation that you used to have. Maybe you look at women who seem to fit perfectly and have unbelievable energy, and you're thinking, when is it my turn? What's wrong with me? You want to stop hiding every time the camera comes out, right? Maybe you just need to lose the last 15 pounds or feel more energized. Let's think about what the best next move is for you right now, so that you can see and feel the results that you want for your body. But first, I want you to imagine with me. Imagine how good it will feel to stop cravings and have control over what you eat. Imagine how good it will feel because your stomach is lean, your body is toned, and you are in the best shape of your life. Think about how good it will feel to have that unbelievable confidence because you truly feel comfortable in your own skin. This is the best part. Imagine having your friend saying, "Wow, what happened to you? You look amazing." I don't want you to imagine it anymore. I want you all to live it. Right now, let me guarantee you, there are at least 3 major stress triggers in your life that are keeping the pounds on or making you feel unenergized, but it's not your fault. Most of the time you don't even know what's happening because you have so much going on in your life that you have to manage. But what I found by working with, a little over 1,000 clients at this point is that no 2 people lose weight and feel energized the same way. And really uncovering and getting down to the exact pain points that your body has and where you're staying stuck is the very first step to feeling energized, to fitting back into your clothes, and to loving the body that you live in. And that's why this discovery process that you learned from me today is the first step. And it's the starting point for my 5-step slim down system. So for those of you who want to know a little bit more about this system, I'd love to have your permission to share with you some of the steps, if that's all right. And of course, I can't resist. With every single step, I'll give you something that you can immediately apply to your body so you can start seeing results right away. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
All right.
So generous, honey. Thank you.
By the way, I want to share with you guys that it does not matter if you've been trying to lose weight for years or if you're just getting started with a fitness plan. This system will work for you and get you the results that you want to see no matter where you're at, which is amazing. This is my client, Myra. Myra, actually, let me ask you guys, how many of you are starting to realize that your cravings may be hindering you from feeling energized? Mm-hmm. Yeah, skipping meals. It was the same for her. I mean, I'll tell you that as soon as she got a handle on her cravings, she lost 45 pounds in 10 months. Wow. Because she stopped overdoing it in the afternoons and in the evening times. Who in here is starting to realize that stress may be keeping a little bit of extra weight, right around this section, yeah? So did my client, Paulina. Paulina, now this was another crazy stress pound story. She lost 4 pounds in a week once we got a handle on one of her stress triggers. You know her?
No, I just see my name in the back.
Oh.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is your name. See that? I planned that. Who in here feels like your metabolism is slowing down as you age? Yeah? So did my client, Leslie. Leslie had never worked out a day in her life before she met me. Never. And she ended up losing 15 inches all over her body in 12 weeks, just using the tips I'm about to share with you. And the cool part was, with her newfound confidence, she goes to Europe 3 months later and meets the man of her dreams. How awesome is that?
Yeah.
All right. Who in here is like, Kristen, I want to get in shape, but I am not giving up my wine. Raise your hand, be honest. Hey, that's cool. I get you. I feel
This is
you.
also why I love Kristen.
Now, here's the cool thing. You can see results without giving up the things that you love. And in fact, I think the biggest part, I truly believe that the biggest part about following through with any health plan is to work with your body, with your schedule, and with the things that you love rather than against them.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that in my heart. All right, so let's go through this 5-step slim down system. All right, slim down system. Secret number 1. You're gonna discover a way to eat that actually raises your metabolism and cleanses your body effortlessly using real food so that you are never hungry. Once you learn how to combine foods in the way that I'm gonna show you, you never experience those blood sugar crashes anymore. Your cravings go away because you develop that buffer, okay? It is the coolest thing. And when you eat, you feel satisfied because eating in cleansing combinations with proteins and carbs and healthy fats all at once nourishes your body and raises your metabolism. See, metabolism is so much more than just your ability to burn calories. Metabolism functions in every single cell of your body. And so many of my clients know how to eat healthy when they come to see me, but there are some very key components that they're missing, which is why they've been struggling for years. So we just have to pinpoint what's going on with your body. And I have to tell you that this cleansing meal plan made all the difference in the world for my client, Jamie. She was a new mom and she decided, I gotta get the baby weight off. She was working out 3 times a week before she came to work with me for 2 months. She never saw results. As soon as we got her on the cleansing meal plans, Jamie lost, 22 inches and all of the baby weight because she was finally on the plan that worked for her body. Slim down secret number 2 is two-tone. So I teach you the exact weight loss code that helps your body develop nice and lean and toned muscles. Because like I said before, and here's the secret, no 2 people lose weight the same way. And you'll remember that because everybody's body is different and because overdoing it in the gym actually damages your metabolism, you have to figure out the combination that works for you. So you don't necessarily need to work out longer or harder, but you do need to combine 3 elements. The first one is exercise to increase your energy. The second one is eating satisfying food combinations that raise your metabolism. And the third one is learning how to manage your stress so that you feel relaxed, happy, and can get rid of stress belly, right? Because once you're doing all those 3 things at once, finally the layers can unwrap, right? And you develop and you can see the nice toned body that you have underneath the layers of stress pounds. My client Mina loved the weight loss code. She's a shorty like me. She's a busy professional, but most other fitness plans were having her spend hours and hours in the gym, and she just didn't have time for that. So once I showed her how to adjust the code for her body, she fit back into her size 4 pants for the first time.
Dang.
Yeah, was it 9 years? First time in 9 years. Amazing. Secret number 3 is to shape. If you want to know how to really turn heads, you've got to lift and shape those sexy curves.
Yes.
Right, girl?
Yes.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Okay, so what I've done is I've created 6 lead and follow workouts. They target all of the common problem areas, you know, and I know that we all have areas that we're a little bit more self-conscious about. So we've got flat belly, we've got lean legs and toned thighs, we have sexy shoulder and slender arms. We have, what else do we have?
Bootylicious.
Defined and sexy curve. That's my favorite, bootylicious. Yeah, and here's the big secret, you know, starting with 10 minutes, so manageable, right? I do all these in lead and follow 10-minute toning workout styles. And the reason that it's so manageable and easy to wrap your head around is because you don't have to get in your car, drive to the gym, right? By the time that whole process starts, sometimes it can take 3 hours out of your day. And I know that's a big hump for people. So starting with little things like Liz was talking about yesterday that you can do that make your body feel nourished and energized is the real secret to kickstarting your plan. Because once you start feeling better, chances are you're going to squeeze in more time. I promise you that. Because once you get going, you kind of start that engine running, then you're off. And you can't go back because you already know how good it feels to be healthy. You know, that's really what happened to my client, Karen. My client, Karen, could not figure out for the life of her how to get to the gym. She's a mom of 2 boys. So I convinced her to use the 10-minute toning workout videos before her kids got up in the morning